Yo guys, what is up? We've all seen hardcore monologues on YouTube, but what even is that? Well, since Pokemon games are made for children, the difficulty of the games is designed to be easy. So, the internet has made up imaginary rules for these games to make them more challenging. Under the hardcore Nuzlocke rule set, if your Pokemon dies, it's dead forever. There are level caps that are always set to the next gym leader or Elite Four member. You have to play on set mode. You can't use items in battle. Held items are fine. And for the monologue variant of the hardcore Nuzlocke, you stick to one type for the entire run. But come on, this challenge is all over the place now. YouTubers love this shit. But there's a few issues with it. Some type and game combos are nearly impossible, and therefore nobody attempts them. Like for example, where is my rock types only in Pokemon Diamond? Why does nobody want to attempt that? Well, I know, and it kinda makes sense. The second gym actually requires you to beat Gardenia's grass team with just these 3 rock types. It does look pretty tough, right? I actually cover the mechanics and the best way to win this battle in my rock types video. With having to reset if you black out and start the run all over again, it's no wonder nobody wants to waste their time with trying these. But here's something interesting about this. When you're balls to the wall with Pokemon at a severe disadvantage versus a really tough battle, you start to scrape the game for anything you can get your hands on. Items, TMs you might have never thought to use, EV spreads, and abusing in-game AI. Today, we're going to take a look at water types only, no evolutions in Pokemon Black. Oshawott, Tympole, Tortuga, Panpour, Ducklet, and Frillish will be available for this run. I'll be designing what I think are the best strategies for beating this run, and we'll assess at the end whether this should ever be attempted by a real person. Let's jump right in, boys. The beginning of your hardcore Nuzlocke will always be just brute force and luck. This is because the beginning lacks TMs, level up move pools, items, and enough level XP for large EV spreads. You might have to spam runs until you beat the first gym, and if you want, you can max out Oshawott's attack stat before the first gym with EVs against level 2 Patrats. If you didn't know, EVs or effort values are awarded when you defeat any Pokemon. The stat point you receive usually correlates with the highest base stat of the Pokemon you beat. Pokemon can get a max of 252 EVs in each stat with a total of 510 for all stats. The time investment of EVs is almost necessary for a run like this, and it'll be worth it. You can pick up your Tympole next, and I believe this strategy here will give you the best chance to beat Lenora, even if it's not a good chance. We're going to start with our boy Tympole here to take this Intimidate, and then after, I'm going to switch directly into Oshawott, who's pre-damaged just a bit, just so that a non-crit from this Herdier puts Oshawott in Torrent range. Torrent will allow Oshawott to kill Herdier in one hit with Razor Shell, along with an equipped Mystic Water for a nice boost. Now, Watchog is in, and its Retaliate is boosted right now and can one-hit kill both my Pokemon. This means I need to go first and kill Watchog in one hit. Only way to do that? Torrent boosted Razor Shell with Mystic Water. That has about a 30% chance to kill with this particular Oshawott. If you hit that range, you get to move on. For Berg, we're gonna have to start with Tympole again. I'm just gonna get some attack drops on this Whirlipede with Growl, then I'm gonna go into my Oshawott. Oshawott needs to get Fury Cutter to max power by using it consecutively. The attack drops are almost necessary to survive enough turns with Whirlipede to get Fury Cutter to max power. Fury Cutter is going to be at max power by the time Whirlipede dies and Leavanny will come out. You need some speed investment here because you need to go before Leavanny or you're done. This Fury Cutter has a 93% chance to kill with my Oshawott. Then you can just finish Dwebble with Razor Shell. Okay, Bianca now. Bianca's Herdier can't kill Timpole with a critical takedown because of the Eviolite. I can outspeed and 2-hit KO it with Bubble Beam. Oshawott can live 2 critical Vine Whips from Pansage, so I can switch right into it, then I can use 2 Fury Cutters to kill it. I can continue Fury Cutter into Muna and finish Pignite with 1 Razor Shell. Both Razor Shell and Fury Cutter have 95% accuracy, but with my wide lens here, they will both always hit. There's a bit of risk in this Sharon fight. That's only because you need to get Fury Cutter to max power versus this Pidove before Servine comes in. After that, it's not bad and you can sweep with Fury Cutter. We now have access to Tortuga and Panpour, and we can fight Eliza. I don't think there's a way to guarantee this fight, but I did find a way to win with a decent probability and keep the whole team alive. Start with Oshawott. This Emolga will always Volt Switch, and Oshawott will always live a non-crit and get put into Torrent range. Now I can kill this Emolga with a Torrent boosted Choice Band Razor Shell. The other Emolga comes back in, and now, since I'm under 11 health, this Emolga will see a guaranteed kill with Quick Attack, and since Quick Attack is priority, it's guaranteed to go for it here. Now this is all intentional because I want to use Timpole as a pivot, so it can get hit by a weak Quick Attack, and I can go right into Tortuga. Here, Emolga is guaranteed to Volt Switch to Zebstrika, and I'll use Dig. Yes, Tortuga can learn Dig somehow. Bandit Dig here is guaranteed to kill, and Emolga is going to come right back in. And once again, Emolga will see a guaranteed kill with Quick Attack, and it will go for it here. Now, I can switch right into my Panpour. It has a Choice Scarf, which will enable me to outspeed this Emolga, and it'll be a 2-hit KO with Scald. The only risk here is that if Emolga hits a high roll Volt Switch, then Panpour could potentially be put in range where Emolga will see a kill with Quick Attack and bypass my Choice Scarf with its priority and kill me. That's the only situation though that could screw everything up. Other than that, Elisa's done. This upcoming Sharon fight is made really difficult because of his Liepard, and here's why. Liepard's Torment means Oshawott can't reliably build up Fury Cutters, which used to be my go-to strategy for these Sharon fights so far, but I can't do that. Liepard's Fake Out and Pursuit also make it really hard to do eject button pivots in this battle without risking crits. Here's what we'll do anyway. My Timpole is going to take the Fake Out damage from Liepard since it always goes for that first. Then I'm going to eject button into Oshawott, who is pre-damaged to be in Torrent range. It also has that Choice Band. One Aqua Jet will kill Liepard, and now Servine is in. I'm going to use Tortuga, since it is sturdy, to pivot safely into Panpour. Panpour can outspeed and hit Servine with a Flying Gem boosted Acrobatics. This won't always kill Servine, but ensures a 2-hit KO while Panpour lives any crit from Servine due to its special defense investment. So now I can finish that off, and his own Panpour is going to come in, which will take 2 Acrobatics. Finally, the Tranquil in the back dies to 1 Scald. Just in case of emergency here, we still have Timpole in the back, who can be used as a backup. Let's go, boys. For Clay, I'm going to start with my Timpole, and there's some stuff going on down here right now. Clay's Krokorok sees its best move as Crunch and not Bulldoze, but I found that if Crunch does less than 40% to Timpole, it'll actually choose to go for Swagger or Torment instead. But I also don't want a Crunch crit to kill my Timpole. So here's what I did. I gave Timpole just a bit of defense investment to take a Crunch, but also not force Croc to go for Swagger and Torment. Now Timpole can safely set up the Rain Dance, and also now's a good time to say that in Pokemon Black and White, you don't have access to EV reducing berries, so once you've decided your EVs for your Pokemon, then that's it for the rest of the game, so you really have to think about it. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna go into Tortuga next to get an eject button pivot into Panpour. Panpour can kill Krokorok and Excadrill with Rain boosted Scald and outspeed both of them thanks to the Choice Scarf. Palpitoad comes in and I can 2-hit KO it with Scald. It does have Swift Swim, which will double its speed, but Scarfed Panpour will still outspeed it, and even with a Bulldoze speed drop for next turn, it doesn't matter because Rain runs out after this turn. So, this is a guaranteed win. Turn 1 versus my Oshawott, Skylo's Swoobat will always use Amnesia, so that means I can Encore it into it. Now it's going to use Amnesia for 3 more turns. I'll use the first turn to switch to Tortuga, then use Curse, then finish Swoobat with a Rock Incense boosted Smackdown. Swanna is in and there's a fork in the road here since 3 different things can happen. We got a Bubble Beam, a Critical Bubble Beam, and Aqua Ring. These 3 situations lead to 2 different scenarios. If Swanna uses Aqua Ring, you can finish Swanna with 1 Smackdown, and you'll be in Sturdy for Unfezant when it comes out. Unfezant will always use Leer when you're at full health, so you can just use the free turn to kill it. If Swanna hits Bubble Beam though, Unfezant will go for Quick Attack on crit, and then Quick Attack or Air Slash on non-crit. Temple lives a critical from either one, and I can eject button pivot into Panpour. Panpour's Choice Spec Scald usually kills, but it's not guaranteed. If 3 Scalds miss range, and Skyla heals up twice, Oshawott in the back has an eject button pivot into Ducklet who can finish. But this is an unlikely scenario that I couldn't even manage to get footage of happening. But just so you know, your boy No Banana for you has got your back. We gotta fight Chariot again! First, we'll start with Panpour. Unfezant will always be a 2-hit KO with Scald. And I can outspeed with a Choice Scarf. Air Slash crit will never kill, and when Servine comes in, we can use Ducklet as an eject button pivot since I always live a critical Leaf Blade. Now Tortuga is in and it's time to sweep. I'll set up a Shell Smash while Servine takes me down to Sturdy. Now I can outspeed and kill the rest of Sharon's team with Silk Scarf Return. I just need to make sure I protect the first turn with Liepard since it's got that fake out. We can grab our Frillish now, and Bryson here is going to be very simple. We'll stall out his Vanillish until it only has Acid Armor left. I'm not even worried about Vanillish's Astonish because it barely does any damage, and Frillish's Curse Body ability will occasionally disable it. Combined with Rest, Recover, Substitute, and Protect, Frillish is undefeatable. Once it's stalled out, Tortuga can come in, set up Shell Smashes for free, and sweep the rest of the team with Smackdown. It won't always be raining on this route where you have to fight Bianca, so just know that whatever I say here will work regardless of the weather. Her Stoutland likes to just work up the first turn. I can set up 2 Shell Smashes with Tortuga here before her Stoutland will try to roar you out. But 2 is all you need here anyway, and Tortuga's Sturdy will also protect you from crunch crits after you lower your own defense with Shell Smashes. Then, after that, you can use 99% accurate Aqua Tail, thanks to Wide Lens, to finish off Stoutland, Return for Semisage, Crunch for Musharna, and a nice Aqua Tail for Emboar. Drayden will get swept by just Oshawott. Drayden's first Fracture always sets up with Dragon Dance first, since it does not see a kill on my Oshawott. So I can use this turn to Swords Dance up. Now this next turn, Fracture actually sees the kill now since it's got +1 attack, so it's going to try Dragon Tail. But the good thing is that Dragon Tail has negative priority, so I can actually go first, use Encore, and lock it into Dragon Dance. Now this thing is screwed and stuck doing this forever, because every single time it goes for the kill on Oshawott, it's just going to use Dragon Tail, and it's going to be negative priority, and I can encore it into it. This gives me all the turns I need to set up all the way with Swords Dance. At max attack, I can finish it with Return, and then I can outspeed and kill the Druddigon that comes out after. Now Haxorus comes in, but once again, it only sees a kill with negative priority Dragon Tail, so I can just go first and kill it with Return. Sharon's Pheasant only uses Detect the first turn, and then after that, Detect or Taunt the next turn. This gives Tortuga 2 guaranteed turns to set up 2 guaranteed Shell Smashes. This will be enough to sweep Sharon's entire team with Return. Very nice, let's move on to the League, boys. Alright guys, order definitely matters for the Elite Four. Chantel here is first only because she gives a nice level boost that I'm going to need later on for Tortuga. And Tortuga also needs Crunch for this, which I'm going to delete later on because I need that space for a different move. Panpour here is taunting the Cofagrigus because I don't want Cofagrigus to go for Will-O-Wisp. Cofagrigus doesn't like to Will-O-Wisp on Panpour, and I can just let it hit my eject button with Shadow Ball. It'll never die to a crit. I can go right into Tortuga from here. Cofagrigus will take me down to Sturdy while I Shell Smash up one time, and that's all I'm gonna need. Dark Gem Crunch is gonna be enough to take out Cofagrigus, and then, after that, I'll use another Crunch to take out the Jellicent, Waterfall for Golurk, and then Waterfall for Chandelure. Marshall's gonna come second because I needed to be level 52 with Tortuga to ensure certain kills. I'm gonna start with Frillish, and even with a bad defense stat, it still takes Throw's moves really well with the Eviolite. My goal here is to make the throw struggle so I can set up on it. When it still has Stone Edge and Payback still, I'm gonna alternate between Protect and Recover to stall them out. I'm gonna easily stay ahead of potential crits and occasionally disabling Throw's moves with Cursed Body. Once it only has Storm Throw and Bulldoze left, it'll only use Bulldoze since Storm Throw is immune versus Frillish. Now, when it has one Storm Throw left, I'm going to go into Ducklet to get a safe eject button pivot into Tortuga. Now I can Shell Smash 3 times while Throw struggles, and on the exact turn Marshall heals his Throw, I'm gonna Resto Chesto to get my Sturdy back. This is so that after Throw dies, I can pit my Sturdy against this Sock Sturdy and win. After that, Mienshao and Conkeldurr both die to Waterfall. Okay, Caitlyn is going to be third because Tortuga needs to be level 53 to ensure kills, and I'm going to delete Crunch right after I use it in this battle. I couldn't get Crunch back either because it requires a move tutor, and here I am stuck in the Elite Four. This will be simple though. Reunclus will just use Focus Blast or Psychic versus Tortuga. That will take it down to Sturdy while I Shell Smash up. Now, Crunch can sweep her whole team thanks to the extra boost from the black glasses and being level 53. Alright, finally we have our boy Grimsley here. This Scrafty will always use Sand Attack first turn versus my Oshawott. That means I can Swords Dance up here, and then next turn, I can outspeed Scrafty and lock it into Sand Attack with Encore. My equipped White Herb will make sure that my Encore will hit on this turn. Now it's stuck doing that forever. I can get to max attack with these turns, and then bypass all these accuracy drops with an Aerial Ace to kill Scrafty. Crocodile is in, and it wants to kill my Oshawott with an Earthquake. I'll just switch into Ducklet, let it hit me next turn for an eject button pivot into Tortuga. Now with Tortuga, I can just Shell Smash up while I get taken down to Sturdy. Waterfall is going to kill Krook. I can use Dig against the Bisharp. And with Liepard, I just have to protect first to block the Fake Out, and then right after, I can safely kill it with Waterfall. The N Getsis Gauntlet, guys. N and Getsis, back to back, no party editing, in between, let's go. Things are going to be a bit fluid at the beginning of this end battle. This just means you might have to adjust this strategy on the fly, but there'll definitely be still a method to follow. This is because your first goal here is to get rid of all 5 of Zekron's fusion bolts. We'll start with a Focus Sash Tympole and spam Protect. You'll at minimum run it out of 2 fusion bolts, and at maximum, you can get rid of all 5 of them if you get lucky with just Tympole here. The minimum is set by the fact that at the beginning, Zekrom will only see a kill at full health and be guaranteed to just use Fusion Bolt, so you can Protect. Then after, even if Protect fails, it'll be guaranteed to Fusion Bolt again since you're still at full health. Now when you're at 1 HP, it'll be a 50-50 between Zen Headbutt and Fusion Bolt since Zekrom sees a kill with both moves. AI doesn't like to use recharge moves like Giga Impact unless it's the only move that Zekrom sees a kill with. Okay, right after Tympole's dead, we're going to do the same exact thing with the Oshawott. This time though, Oshawott needs to stay alive for later on. Even though at minimum I can only waste 4 total fusion bolts, it's extremely unlikely through testing, trust me. Regardless of what happens, once Zekrom is all out of fusion bolts, I'm gonna go into Tortuga for an eject button pivot. I'll go right into Ducklet, and Ducklet's at full health here, and Zekrom does not see a kill. This means in this situation, Zekrom will always try to set up a light screen first before it attacks. But since it went for Giga Impact last instead of Zen Headbutt, it's going to need to recharge this turn. If Zekrom used Zen Headbutt before instead, it would have set up a light screen this turn, and Defog would have blown it away while lowering its evasiveness. Regardless though, I'll always have this next turn to use Toxic on Zekrom, and it will always hit because of the evasiveness drop. I'm gonna Protect on this next turn just to waste a turn of Poison on Zekrom. Now here, when Zekrom has his light screen up now, it's just going to attack with Zen Headbutt, and this Zen Headbutt cannot crit or the battle's over. The amazing thing about this Zen Headbutt here is that it'll never be a 2-hit KO on my Ducklet unless it crits. This means that after this turn, Zekrom will only see Giga Impact as a guaranteed kill on Ducklet. Very good for me. Now, this means I can go into Tortuga and take this Giga Impact, and then I can use the free turn right after to set up with Shell Smash. Now, Zekrom will either die to the poison, or I can 2-hit KO with Earthquake next turn. But the point is, its death is always guaranteed here. Right after, Zoroark disguised as a Klinklang comes out. It'll get outsped and die to a Waterfall. The real Klinklang dies to an Earthquake right after. Now the Caracosta is in, and I can't just Earthquake it because it has Sturdy. And Tortuga needs to be at really low health for this turn. If it's not, I've substituted on Tortuga to take it down to low health. And I need it at low health because I want to force Caracosta to go for Aqua Jet because I want a free turn to switch into my Ducklet. I'm gonna use Surf to break Caracosta's Sturdy, and I'll let my Ducklet go down to a Stone Edge. Now Panpour can come in and finish off Caracosta with a Grass Knot. Archeops is here, and it's gonna take me down to my Sash while I use Surf on it. The Surf won't always kill Archeops, which is why, just in case, I have my Oshawott in the back with Aqua Jet to finish it off, if I need to. Well, Vanillux is last, and my Frillish is an absolute wall to this thing. Since it's specially defensive, and all of Vanillux's moves are not very effective against it, I'm just gonna stall it out and wait until it struggles. And that's it for N. Alright guys, we got 3 friends left in one final battle. This Getsis battle will actually be relatively simple. I'm going to start with Temple, but technically it's dead, so I'm going to let the Cofagrigus kill it. I'll go into Oshawott after, and all I'm going to do with Oshawott is waste as much PP from the Cofagrigus as I can. Regardless though, once it dies, I'm going into Frillish, and now Frillish can just sit here and waste out the rest of Cofagrigus' PP pretty easily. Once it starts to struggle, we'll go into Tortuga. Now that's all we have to do is set up 3 Shell Smashes and a Substitute while it struggles. Then after that, Getsis gets Swepsis. Substitute will only be for this Hydreigon since it'll take 2 hits to kill. Thanks for the run guys, but let's have a serious talk. The beginning game for this exact challenge is pretty rough. Very few runs are going to make it past Eliza, but after that things smooth out pretty easily. I'm still going to say this run is close to impossible. It's just going to take way too many tries to get out the beginning game. But alright, that was fun! If you guys have any suggestions, any game and type combos you want me to try, leave them in the comments section. And don't forget to leave subscribe, like the subscribe button, comment on your like, and like the comment. And don't forget to comment on the comment that you liked. I'll see you next time.